Oh,
Yo, this is episode 2 of the 910 Voice Podcast. I'm your host, D Davis, joined by my man, best friend, Aberdeen
yes,
legend, Malachi. What's up with you,
Ivory Legend
man?
is crazy.
How you living, bro? How you living?
I'm good, man. Appreciate the guys. Ivory Legend is crazy, but
Of course, man. Hey, we gotta rep the 910, bro. We gotta rep the 910 for sure.
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But we're gonna get into a couple things today, man. Basically, we're gonna open up, just see how we both got into the Celtics. Like if it's family, if it was a game, if it was a player. After that, we're gonna cover our favorite Celtics players of all time, and then last, just Celtics prediction for these playoffs. If you think they're gonna win the championship, or if you think the Magic gonna beat us. So just open it up. What was for you growing up? Was there a moment? Was it somebody in your family? I feel like I know the story, but just get it on air. What was your introduction to the Celtics like? What got you to start liking the Celtics?
For sure, for sure. So yeah, most of my family is from Massachusetts, Springfield. So everyone's kind of like Boston Celtics fans, New England Patriots. All up north teams. I think like when I really just like started liking the Celtics was back in 2008. I feel like I was always like always had Celtics gear growing up and stuff, but it's like I didn't know basketball like that until like probably the 2008 finals and that team getting introduced, and that's probably when I really started becoming like a heavy Celtics fan.
No, I feel that. That's a good year to pick it up too.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I don't think we've actually talked about this, but growing up, my grandma was a big basketball fan, but
Okay.
she was a big Kobe fan, and for me, like she had Kobe up on this pedestal, and
Yeah.
I was just telling my grandmother, I'm like, Kobe is not like that. So out of on some hater behavior, I literally started liking the Celtics just because they were the Lakers rival.
Hey, yo, that's
So
crazy.
literally,
Nah,
because
I'm
you
about to say,
remember,
nah, I never knew that. That's crazy.
yeah, bro,
That's
like it was because I
crazy.
mean, yeah, I like because they had back then it was Rondo, Al Jefferson, Gerald Green, and
Yeah.
like a kind of in his prime Paul
Yeah.
Pierce, but
Yeah.
it was more so just hating on my grandma. My grandma, she loved the Lakers so much. I was like, no, screw the Lakers, man. We can't even watch their games in LA. So
You couldn't follow the crowd, man.
I had to,
I feel
and then
that.
when they traded for KG, I was like, oh yeah, we really on them now,
I'm
yes
about to say we
sir,
elite. We about to win this
exactly,
chip.
bro. But
Nah, for sure. I definitely remember. Like, I think the first Celtics jersey I ever got was a John Rondo jersey. My mom got it for me. Man, I used to wear that thing like every day. Like, I got like hella pictures just like in the Rondo jersey. Just that was it for me.
talking about Rondo real quick. If it wasn't for Derek White, I don't think anybody should be able to wear number 9. But Derek White won the NBA champion, and I'm like,
Oh yeah, I low key
but
was thinking that too. I remember when Derek White first came to the Celtics. I was like, because like I wouldn't say like growing up, I liked Rondo so much, but it's like obviously he wasn't there that long, but he did win us that first chip. So I always thought that his jersey should have been retired. But hey,
exactly.
I I definitely feel that now that Derek White won a chip, it's like would that be like dual? Like would they be like both of them? Because like I feel like Derek White brought a lot to the Celtics too. Like I feel like he's a big part of our championship winning team that just recently won. Without him, I don't think we would honestly win either. For real, for real.
I don't
And
think
we
we got
like
there.
Drew, him, like some of them role players who actually take care of the ball. You know what I'm saying? I'm not. I feel like that was our main struggle. Before making that jump, would make the finals, make it to the conference finals. But I feel like now that we got some people who can take care of the ball and just make good plays alongside Jason Tatum and Jalen Brown, got that chip.
No, for sure. All right, get into it. Favorite 3 to 5 Celtics players of all time.
Five, do five. So I'm gonna definitely do five.
Are you
Uh,
doing least favorite to favorite, or you gonna do favorite to least?
ah, okay, I'm gonna do.
Or is there no ranking? I mean, there doesn't be a ranking for them if you don't want to.
I don't want to. I mean, I'll do ranking. I'll do ranking. Okay, I'll do ranking. And This is completely biased. Like just throughout history, who I think my favorite are. Some of these guys are not gonna be on the list. It's just gonna be. It is what it is. But number one, I'll probably say Rondo. Just growing up, he always influenced me in terms of not exactly how I played, but I did like just like how he played. Um, then I'd probably say Paul Pierce.
The truth.
Yes, sir.
The
Yes, sir.
truth.
There, you know
Cold.
what I'm saying?
Underrated. Underrated.
Yes, sir.
One of the
Then
most
I'll
clutch ever.
probably go Jason Tatum.
Third? Or just like there's no did you say
Third.
there was a rank?
Yeah.
Third?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying third, man. I'm saying third. I'm saying third
Okay.
ranking.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna give it to Larry and then Bill for sure. You know what I'm saying? Those are my five. I KG out of there, you know, I'm that's my guy, man. We wouldn't have won that chip without him either, but it's just like I don't know, man. Bill got the 11 rings. You know, he started the Celtics dynasty for real. So I got to leave him in there.
I respect it. I think for me, I'm not complaining anybody didn't watch. So Bird and Russell's already excluded. From for my favorite Celtics. For my favorite Celtics.
I feel that. I feel that. I feel
Because it's like
that.
I know I'm not when we talk about the best Celtics of all time, obviously they're gonna be in there. And talk about the most important Celtics of all time, they're gonna be in there. But just like my personal favorites, I never seen them play. I've seen Bird highlights, but and we watched documentaries on Bird, but
Yeah, I seen some Bird highlights. I never seen no Bill Russell highlights. Bro.
nah, that's what I'm saying, bro. But I'm gonna go KG number one because for two reasons. One, I just love playing defense the way that KG played defense. I mean, you know that we played
So
basketball for a long time together, but
for sure,
I
for sure.
really I like the way KG just brought the energy to the court, the way he played, how versatile he was, things like that. And then he really just changed everything for us when he came to Boston. So and KG was he was such a good player with the T Wolves too that when he came to Boston, it was like this dude has been working his ass off his whole career, but the Timberwolves just
Yeah,
ass. And it was good that he's on a good team with a player like Paul Pierce, Ray Allen, and the rest of the crew, and he got a championship.
yeah,
Um, Number two is what I'm touring at because when I was growing up, I just practiced a bunch of mid-range shots because of Paul Pierce. But I'm like you, I love Rondo's game. But to just sound like we're not in agreement with everything, I'm gonna say Paul Pierce number two for me. Because Paul
it's
Pierce,
a
Finals MVP, dude was cold.
yeah.
Like he was
Dude,
going
cold,
like
cold for sure.
people don't want to give Paul Pierce his respect, but bro really was going toe to toe with LeBron. Like a
Nah, he
young,
was.
athletic LeBron on the rise, bro. It's just
Facts. I mean, he and even just like before 2008, before we won the chip, like he always been a killer. Like he just never had that supporting, you know, cast around him. You know, he had some decent players around him, but you know,
dude got
I'm trying to
stabbed
think of this.
13 times and played a full year after that.
No,
You
yeah,
know what I'm
that's true.
saying?
I forgot about
Like it's
that.
crazy, man.
Nah,
Like
that's
Paul
some
was
juice.
cold, man. Like one of the best NBA highlights of all time was Paul Pierce trash talking Al Harrington hit the game winning three over him.
Yes, sir.
Like
I know
it's
exactly.
cold, man. Third, Rondo. Very similar reasons for you. I'm not gonna harp on that. Fourth, so I was talking to Torrance. Obviously we both know Torrance, but it's just
Yes,
like
sir.
I'm not a Jason Tatum guy, but I find myself being a Jason Tatum defender because this dude, one of the most winningest players, 127, most
For
points
sure.
scored for 27, most games won for 27, and it's just like people just shit on Jason Tatum so much. I find
Yeah.
myself defending Jason Tatum. And saying that though, Jalen Brown's gonna be my fourth favorite
Yes.
Celtics.
I feel that. I be tossing
I'm
between.
torn.
Hey,
I'm
look,
torn.
man. I all of a sudden I got a JB jersey. I don't got a Jason Tatum jersey.
Hey,
That's
that's what
all
I'm
I'm
saying, bro. That's
saying.
what I'm saying. Hey, Finals MVP. Finals MVP, man.
I just feel like it's because I feel like Jalen Brown, like obviously Jason Tatum got to perform, but like I feel like Jalen Brown is the X factor, like to me. Like
Yeah.
he like if he plays like, you know, dominant, or like how you know, when he, because you know he has his off nights, everyone does, but like whenever he is dominating both of them at the same time, it's like Celtics are like unstoppable. Like there
Can't beat
ain't
him.
no one who can F with us. But you know, it's not like that a lot of time or sometimes.
And then I'm gonna think, the fifth Celtic, it might surprise you, but special place in my heart, Avery Bradley. This dog. Now he's not
Okay.
a stud, he's not a
Okay.
star. I think
I like
his
that.
career high was like 16 for one season. But do you remember do you remember when Vito towards ACL, like Avery Bradley became our point guard, but then Paul Pierce
Yeah.
ended up becoming like a point forward. But Avery Bradley was bringing the ball up. playmaking, like
You
still
feel me?
defend other team's
Their best
best perimeter
player.
guy.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
Nah,
Then
yeah.
the next year when Rondo was out, but KG and Paul Pierce got traded, he was averaging like 8 rebounds at a two guard. And he was like
Yeah.
6'2". You know what I'm saying?
No, yeah. I mean, Avery Bradley was cold. Like, and like you said, our team
Avery
was
Bradley was good,
not
man.
that good, and we were. I mean, we were. I feel like that year we was competing. I forget what year did we like. Or that might have been a little stretch of years that weren't that good. But I feel like there was a year we still made the playoffs. And no, it was with Isaiah Thomas. I'm thinking of
You
Isaiah
might be thinking about
Thomas.
that first Isaiah
Dang,
Thomas. That first Isaiah Thomas season, we was like the AC. We was like 8th or 7th seed.
yeah, dang,
And
low
and we
key, I
lost we
forgot
lost to
about
Cleveland.
Isaiah
We lost to Cleveland.
Thomas. Low
I wanted to
key,
put IT on there, but
low key. It's just not enough. Not enough
I don't
space.
know. I don't know.
I
He
love that
might be
man.
top. He's definitely top 10 for us, but
Yeah, yeah, for sure, for sure.
uh,
I'm about to say his run low key. He's MVP type run.
you got to think dude was averaging 30 points a game in the league at like 5'9".
Whoa. I'm about to say, I think he's listed at like 5'10", 5'11", but that dude is not
Nah,
5'10",
he's 5'10", bro. He not 5'10".
5'11".
That's like him walking not 6 feet. I'm like, bro, because we see him walking in person, like
Dude,
him walking is not 6 feet, bro.
I'm about to say I remember when we went to that Hornets game. I was like, nah, I'm touting that dude.
No, bro. But
But yeah.
yeah, I mean, and there's some random guys too, because I don't know, like we'll talk about this another time, but like some of them lower years, like Kelly Olynyk. Do you remember the Kelly Olynyk game 7 against the Wizards?
Oh yeah, sir.
92 points, bro. I was like, yo,
Yeah, Kelly
Olynyk,
is
bro.
the most random pop off guy. Like he just in like game
Dude,
winners for us. Is he still in the
him,
league? Is
yeah, he
he
played
still
for
in
the he
Toronto?
played for the Raptors.
Yeah, okay, yeah. I thought he was with Toronto. Yeah.
They didn't get him out there. They wasted him. But
No,
him,
facts.
um, that 2014 team, the team we won 25 games with, that was just terrible.
Mm.
We had guys on that team that if we had a good team, would have been good bench players. Guys like Phil Pressey, O'Neal, like obviously that was his rookie year. Do you remember Jay Sullinger? Remember
Yo,
how
yo.
high everybody was on Jay Sullinger when he got drafted in Boston?
Yes, dude. And he went over
And
to
he gained like 300 pounds.
China or something like that.
Nah, man.
Yo,
Him. I like Brandon Bass. Brandon Bass is a good player.
nah, yeah,
Like
he
he was just
was.
just solid.
Loki though, Jay Sully he was nice in 2K though. He was Loki a bucket
Like he had potential for sure.
for sure. Or
But
freaking Jordan Crawford.
yo, Jordan, but remember when Jordan Crawford had like 50 points? He had like a stretch where he was like scoring like 30,
Bro, he was
35,
getting
40.
buckets.
I was like, he gonna be an all-star with the Celtics, bro. But I was so
Nah, it didn't
mad when
happen.
we didn't re-sign Jordan Crawford. I'm like, how do you let this guy walk, bro? Like, how do you let this man? Obviously, Jordan Crawford was out of the league shortly
Yeah, nah.
after, but I
He
don't
was
know
a bucket though. Honestly, like he was just one of those
him.
guys. He just was a pure bucket. Like I be listening to podcasts and I be hearing people talk about him like underrated buckets.
Yeah, his name got brought up. I don't know if you've been following like some of the old days beef, but it was like Brandon Jennings talking about Ty Lawson and Jeff Teague. He's like, I could kill these guys. And then it was bringing up
Mhm.
like Jordan. He's like Jordan Crawford could kill him too. I was like, damn, random stray. Like Jordan Crawford wasn't half bad in the league, bro.
No, no cap. Yeah, I heard about that because I be watching Jeff Teague's. Uh, they be killing me.
Um, so this year in the playoffs, obviously we're up 2-1 right now against the Magic. We should have won that last game, but I don't. I mean, I guess Franz Water killed us, but like we're legitimate. We have the two best players in the series, but Franz and Paulo be looking like the two best series, like the way they be playing. But
Yeah, besides that first game, Paulo has definitely been playing a lot better. I thought like when I just I figured that I thought we was going to sweep him. You feel me? But I don't know. Like I said, it's just sometimes JB and JT just be
you know how they do it. I
yeah.
said something. I said something in 5. 'Cause I was like, they always gonna blow one game. I thought he was gonna blow a game
Yeah,
in Boston, but that was game 3 in Orlando. So we'll see what
yeah,
happens. They play tomorrow. But
yeah.
do
We'll see.
you have any doubts about this team, or you think we're gonna repeat?
Oh no, I mean I definitely feel like we'll definitely get to the finals for sure. Um, I honestly feel like it's a matchup thing. Like if we play, I feel like if we play anybody except for the Nuggets, it's like we're gonna like. I feel like we pretty confidently. I feel like we repeat.
I
If
don't
we
fear the
play the
Thunder. I don't fear the Thunder.
yeah, honestly, I don't either. Only because like I just feel like matchup wise, like even SGA, like Loki, like I didn't watch their last game, but I know there was a game, a couple or a game or two that he just wasn't like I don't know. I know he was just like I don't know. I wouldn't say struggling, but like I don't know. It's hard to explain. I can't. I didn't. I wasn't too locked in, so I can't. I don't want to put a opinion out that's not really like a good one. I guess a good take. But I just feel like their team dynamic. I feel like we wouldn't have too many issues with them, even though they're a young team and they definitely can. They could. I'm not saying they can't win, but I just doubt it. But with the Nuggets, I just feel like
We
they're
can't guard Jokic. We can't guard
yeah,
Jokic.
you can't. Nobody can stop Jokic, and the way that the team plays through him is just like I feel like it's like just a matchup with us that we just. I honestly feel like we play like not similar, but like a similar style of ball, but just like in terms of like 3-point shooting, half court play, like I just feel like they're the only team that's like would actually be hard for us to defend. And like all levels, they have players that can match up with like JB and Jason Tatum, and on the defensive end as well. Maybe not like they're not like complete stud defenders, but like they can size wise, they can keep up. I guess. Like, I feel like Jalen. I feel like Jason can kill Jalen Williams. But that's how I mean. I don't know. That's how I feel.
Yeah, because I don't want to hate on the Thunder. I mean, I like the Thunder, and like you know, and this is one of my biggest things about having this the pod, and like having like a Twitter account associated with this. I want to have stuff like documented because I was telling people for years about SGA. Like I've been on SGA for a minute.
Yeah,
I've been on
nah,
SGA
for
for a
sure.
minute. So the fact that when because obviously he's been an excellent player, but when he really took off last year, that it felt good because I've been high on him. I've been high on K Cunningham, and like both of them guys looking
Yeah,
good. So I'm
I about
like,
to say K looking
hey.
good,
K Cunningham is the truth,
starting to
man.
come
He
up.
should be all NBA second team this year, but we'll see what happens with that. I think with the Thunder, J Dub he's very versatile, but J Dub he's not a top 20 player in the league. And I don't
Yeah,
think you can't stop SGA, but all of
nah,
us
yeah, for sure.
like you said, SGA before today, he played well today against Memphis, but them other games against the Grizzlies, who's not an excellent defensive team by any means.
Any means,
He has not been looking like his normal self. And I'm
like you
like,
should be able to get buckets on Ja.
you should be able to kill anybody on Memphis. Like they're not a
Yeah.
good, they're a really bad defensive team. Like Memphis, a lot of their games be like really high scoring games. They just want to run up and down because they know like, hey, we're not going to shut nobody down, but we just outrun them. But Oklahoma City
Hmm.
got athletes too, so it's been
Yeah.
very surprising, bro. I'm like, hey, like John, I've been touching 30 points against the Grizzlies before the day. It's not nothing. That's all I'm gonna say. And the fact they did come back and win, so it's not nothing. But being down 30 to this Memphis team, I don't know. I'm not gonna fear a
It's not a
team
good
that's
look.
down. It's
It's
not a
not
good
a good
look,
look.
bro.
I feel that. I definitely feel that. Yeah.
I think the
I
team
th-
that give us problems, they probably want to make the finals is the Rockets though. Rockets got a lot of guys, a lot of great defenders. And they got Ime Udoka, who like you and I like Ime Udoka. We're not gonna talk about the
yeah.
stuff off the court, but as a coach, like as a coach, he got dog in him. You know
Hey.
what I'm saying? Like as a
Yeah.
coach, he's a good coach,
Off the
man.
court.
Like
Off the
you see
court
how
too.
good the Rockets play. What? Yo,
No, no, no. Let me
listen,
chill. Let me chill.
listen.
Let me chill.
I'm not saying anything. I'm not saying anything. I'm just a host. I'm just a host.
Okay, yeah, for sure, for
I'm just a
sure.
host, man.
Nah,
Because I felt
I
like we
think
would
that's
have
a
won a
good
championship
call.
with Ime no, well, when we granted we won. Did we win in Joe's first year? Or was Joe's second year? I think it was.
No, we didn't win. We didn't win the first year. It was. I think it was the second because
So we
he came in. He came or are you considering like full year? Because he came in middle season.
we didn't win a championship. No, no, we went to the finals. We went to the finals that year, but lost to the Warriors.
Yeah, we
But
lost.
I was thinking if we had Ime that we would have won. But
Okay.
I don't know. That's just me.
Wait, what was the Warriors team then?
But that was when they still had Clay, Wiggins.
Okay.
That
Yeah,
we Because we had just came off of losing to Miami, and then we was playing, and they fired him.
Yeah, I think that's definitely possible because like I think we were on a good run with Miguel, and I think he is a good. I legitimately, I mean, he's obviously a good coach. We see what he's doing with this
Yeah, with
Rockets
the
team.
Rockets, yeah. So it was
Yeah,
just
like yeah,
his
like
coaching
I definitely
ability. It had nothing to do with his dismissal in Boston. His coaching ability had nothing to do with his dismissal, man.
yeah, oh yeah, yeah, for sure, for
Just
sure.
a weird situation in Boston. I mean, granted, we got Joe, but I don't know. Sometimes Boston be doing boneheaded stuff. I wish Joe Mazzulla like kind of called him out more on that.
Yeah,
But
and what's the Rocket series right now? I
Lakers.
honestly I don't know.
I mean, no,
And
not
and
Lakers. Warriors. They play Warriors.
and they up on them.
1-1. They playing Golden
Oh,
State tonight.
okay.
No, and there's no
I don't
Butler.
know.
So
That'd be real
Houston should
interesting if
win
they
that
made it through
game
though. If they make it through, that would be interesting. I ain't gonna lie.
because they'll play the winners. If the Lakers win, they'll play the Lakers.
Yeah.
Which also you can make a case for both sides. And I mean, obviously, anybody got LeBron and Luca should be favored, but the Rockets they got some
Yeah, yeah,
guys, bro.
for sure, for sure. That'd be a crazy storyline. Like Houston Rockets, like, that young team making it all the way. That'd be kind of like thunderish, like with Katie and all them, and like obviously the storyline with Miki, what's his name getting fired with the Celtics. Now he in the finals.
I'll
That
be
would be
playing them
interesting.
too.
That'd be interesting. I ain't gonna lie.
I think people, their Rockets team, man, they're pretty good, man. I think just to wrap this up, I'm with you. I don't. If we don't get back to the finals, it better be because we lost in Game 7 or like a buzzer beater or because somebody got hurt.
Yeah,
That's it. Like
yeah,
if we're
yeah.
healthy, there's no reason why we can't get back to the finals. And that's no disrespect to the
100%.
Cavs, but the Cavs have had games where they're struggling with a Tennessee Miami Heat team led by
Yeah,
Tyler Hero. So it's just like that tells you everything you need to know, bro.
yeah. Nah,
Like
for
we
sure.
got Darius Garland called out Tyler Hero. We got Tyler Hero called out Darius Garland. I'm like, the hell's happening in this series, man?
Right. I'm about to say the only team I'd be worried about in the East is the Bucks, but I just feel like I don't know. I feel like we conquered that demon. Like what I mean. Like I just feel like we were kind of over that hurdle of. Even though I mean I don't feel like Giannis really knocked us out that many times. Wait, did they only knock us out one time?
They lost out 2019 because Kyrie just gave
2019.
up. Kyrie gave up on the series.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, so they only knocked us out one time. So I don't know. Maybe we never really worried about them. I don't know. But I'd probably say that's the only team I have an eye on, obviously because of Giannis. Giannis, he a beast. So, but we don't have anyone that I really would deal with for Giannis. But I don't think and defensively, I feel like they probably have a good team that could square up against us as well. But I feel like they're gonna, even though they're not missing them right now, I feel like they're gonna miss playoff. Chris Middleton was low key a bad man, bro.
Listen, listen, bro. People don't understand what you and I would see when they would play us, and this motherfucker would average like 35, bro.
bro,
I was like, Chris Middleton, he
bro.
just hates the Celtics. Everybody else, bro, was just human, but against the Celtics, oh my god, against the Celtics was
There's
just
something
bad,
about that
man.
guy, man. I definitely
He,
feel like I definitely think Kyle Kuzma was a good pickup, but like playoff wise, I just feel like
yeah, he's been terrible.
you want that veteran.
Like
Yeah.
him having that zero stat line in the playoff game is disgusting.
Oh dang, I didn't even see that.
Yeah, like I think it was game 1. He had zeros across the board, just
Uh,
minutes.
Looking like Tony Snell out here.
People
Like
always kill Tony
that.
Snell. Yo, just for the audience, Malachi and I was at a Suns Hornets game where PJ Washington went zeros across the board, and you never hear about it because he was on the Hornets. But I'm not letting that go. Like every time I talk about Tony Snell, PJ Washington, that game went to
He
overtime,
did that
and PJ
same
Washington had
thing,
no
and
stats that game.
he was putting up shots too. Like
Brick.
I don't think Tony Snell was putting up shots at the very least.
Yeah, PJ
I
Washington
think he was literally just running.
when Washington got traded to the Mavericks and became this whole other player, I was like, we literally watched him in Charlotte just do nothing.
No, yeah, I don't know though. I feel like I've seen flashes with PJ Washington, but it just I just don't think that system like
Was there a
no
system in Charlotte?
nah, there's not.
Oh,
I was gonna say it needs to get looked into, and they need to figure out some internal coaching. I just feel like it's just there's no respect there. I don't think so.
they look better this year. They're just gonna stay healthy though. I'm not gonna kill
No, yeah.
Charles Lee. Shout out Charles Lee, former Celtics assistant coach. But we
Jeez.
we gotta talk about another time. I need to talk to you and Torrance about they got some moves to make this summer in Charlotte.
Nah, for sure.
I'm gonna talk to you about off the camera. I'm
All
gonna
right,
go
bet,
ahead.
bet.
We're gonna end this session. Malachi, appreciate you jumping on, man. Real one. I'm gonna see you probably very soon. Episode 3.
Yes,
Get you
sir.
some non-basketball stuff. Until next time, bro. Until next time.
Yes, sir.